How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
You are a criminal who endorses criminal activity. The least you could do is stop hiding behind this pretense.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Fancy buying something?
You never... Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson?
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Without making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can poison even the sanest mind.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever...
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against the Wet Boot Boy.
That's all for now.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of...
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon.
I heard you're investigating...
Not much, I'm afraid.
I'm a doctor, Mr. Dull.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the Reaper?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby.
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious.
He never...
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him.
Really?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
He has no...
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Mithercott, who sometimes comes by.
Where can I find this...
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel.
Goodbye, The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. It's locked.
by your false faith, imprisoned by your daily routine, unable to see the true horror around you.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to...
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best...
Really?
I'm a poet, sir.
May I ask you a few...
Extraordinary part of town, is it not?
What can you tell me about...
Darius Petrescu. Yes.
Not interested in...
Darius is a...
I'm looking for...
Dorothy Crane. Oh,
Did you know the Mute Florist is a member of...
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir.
Are you not?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever...
I fear you are...
Guilty as charged.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott.
The place is not beautiful per se.
In what the struggle... If you say such vivid...
Oh, yes?
Do you need medical...
It may be...
I understand your appetite for words, and...
The nutrition of my mind is more important.
I'll leave you alone. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in. Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor.
I'm nothing like you.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without...
I have to admit your words have conviction. If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation?
I am Darius Petrescu.
Do you have...
Who knows?
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but... Thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate...
This war...
No. I have taught strength and determination.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see...
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire.
It is not the country I fought for. I hope...
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Dad?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dora...
You mean occupied Romania, don't you?
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets...
Do you need some help?
I am very tired, but that is all. I don't...
Well, I think you do.
Free drugs from an English doctor.
Goodbye, Mr.
I need help. He's going into convulsions, Doctor.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz Van Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along? We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. To what do I owe this courtesy? This is an unfitting place for the illustrious Dr. Reed. You shouldn't be here. Razvan was getting better with the treatment. I don't understand. So, what's to be done now, Doctor? I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. To what do I owe this courtesy? This is an unfitting place for the illustrious Dr. Reed. You shouldn't be here. Razvan was getting better with the treatment. I don't understand. So, what's to be done now, Doctor? I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. To what do I owe this courtesy? This is an unfitting place for the illustrious Dr. Reed. You shouldn't be here. Razvan was getting better with the treatment. I don't understand. So, what's to be done now, Doctor? I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. To what do I owe this courtesy? This is an unfitting place for the illustrious Dr. Reed. You shouldn't be here. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
This one stinks already. There's one of them! Watch yourselves! Christ, it's dead! Crush the leech, boy! Back in the grave, you!
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Yes?
Goodbye, Mr.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
Protection, not extortion!
The Swan Memorial will be the answer to all your problems.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Crush the leech, boy! Fuck! He's dead! Burn it, boys! Crush the leech, boys! Crush the leech, boys! Crush the leech, boys!